Alright, take two. The audio wasn't working last time. So what we're going to do here is look at a game that you can do in your classroom that will allow your students to be active and reinforce grammar and vocabulary at the same time. If you don't have chairs in your classroom that you can remove, then this is going to be harder. I'm not really sure how you do it without chairs unless you had some way to mark positions on the ground or something. You'll get the idea once. Well, I'll give you what once I tell you what the idea is. So what you're going to do is you're going to give all of the students in the classroom a piece of paper, and it can be one-sided or two-sided. Mine, particular one that I'm going to show you, is two-sided. They got some text on this side, and they got some more text on the other side. And what I'm doing with this is I'm going to be reinforcing one of the grammar concepts I'm learning right now, which is the imperfect, which is a form of the past tense in Spanish, and also some vocabulary with it as well. So at the top here I have a sentence over here. Cuando era niño, yo. And then I have some other sentences that kind of finish the first sentence. They finish the first sentence. You put them together, it's one sentence. What you have your students do is circle two of these options on here. So everyone has the cuando era niño, and then everybody else picks two of these things. Turn the paper over. It's kind of the same thing, but this side has more emphasis on vocabulary. Same thing. They pick two of these things between tímido and amable. And then what you're going to do is tell your students, bring your paper. You don't need a pencil or anything. Paper and chair. Let's go outside. Everyone brings their chair. If you're going to play, the teacher's going to play, don't bring a chair for yourself. You need to be one chair short. I'm going to play, so I'm not going to bring a chair, and we'll be good to go. I'll start the game. This is how it works. I tell them which side I'm going to be reading from, and I'm going to read, say this first sentence. I'll say, cuando era niño, era. Then I'll pick one of these adjectives, and I'll say, pobre. And then everybody that picked pobre is going to stand up, and then they have to sit in a different seat. And I, as the person that's reading the sentence, need to sit down. And whoever's left standing then reads a new sentence. And they're going to say that, and they're going to pick one of these adjectives on here, and then you switch up the seats again. And once you've done that for a little bit, switch sides, and we use to read. This is more for the grammar, learning the imperfect on this side, and we just do it for a while. This has been requested a few times in my class since I did it a few weeks ago, and the students, for the most part, like it. You know, they have a few kids that aren't very active, or they don't like to be active, or they don't like to get in front of the class and stand out. It's kind of harder for them, but for the most part, everybody had fun, and it might be pretty crazy if you have a really big class, and if you have a really small class, it might not be as good. But if you have over 20 students, I think that would work just fine. Trying to think of anything. Tell the students to be careful. Every now and then some kids might knock each other over because they really want to get in their seats and sit down. If you don't have a class that doesn't work really well together, I don't know if this game would work for them, but they typically have fun. They like going outside, obviously. You could do it inside potentially, but you'd have to probably rearrange the classroom a little bit. This is just text. I put it into a PowerPoint, printed it off. That was it. You could do it in Word documents. It doesn't have to be this big, obviously. It could be a lot smaller. You could do it on one side if you wanted to. And that's it. It's just a good way to practice grammar, vocab. If you have this game, or if you do a game like it, maybe it's a bit different, leave a comment in the comment section so that I know how you do it, and maybe I can improve on mine, and I'd like to hear it. That's it for the video, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.